What's up, peeps? How y'all doing? Hooray. So, anyways, how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I have unsponsored caffeinated drink here. All right. Let's see, how are we doing? Oh, goodness, we got a lot of few people here. I apologize, folks. I had to go run something out to, had to go run something out to one of my parents outside. So yeah, how y'all doing, How y'all doing? I apologize. What's up, Zaga the Animator? What's up, Rothy? What's up, Shailesh? How y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. I apologize for the inactivity for the moment. I just needed to go do that. I shall now get into this. Oh, goodness. All right, let's start by opening the box and making sure that our tripod stops moving, because it keeps freaking moving and it's annoying the crap out of me. All right. Hey, yeah, let's get this box open. All right. Bring in the wonderful skizzers. What's going on, Terminator? It appears to be some form of action figure, particularly from the Transformers series. Interesting. Perhaps I will spare you during the AI apocalypse. Well, I appreciate that, but you don't need to worry about me in the AI apocalypse. The second that happens, I'm gonna self-delete myself. There's no need for it to happen quite yet, but that's not happening yet. So, just gonna be real with you. I refuse to succumb to computer overlords. However, I do agree with you though. I do love me some bots. So, and this is based off of a concept figure, which is quite nice. To being which said, I did manage to score this. You guys may or may not have seen this in my stuff, but I did manage to score this out in the wild. This is not a lie. I definitely scored this out there. So, yeah. Rothy, I'm looking forward to it. I know you're looking forward to it. There's no doubt in my mind you are looking forward to it. So, all right. Well, let's move this off to the side for a brief moment. Oh goodness. But yeah, no, I did get the Leader Megatron. I definitely did get it. So, it is going to happen, folks. It is going to happen. But that's not what we're looking at today. This is the one we're looking at. So, oh, come on here. There we go. That's better. Ooh, that's better. Okay. A smidgen. That's better. All right. Now we have that done. Take this, put it in the box, and preserve the box for preservation later. So, yeah. So, demonic laughter. Yeah, we know. Okay, alright, well, let's get rid of those little twisty tie thingies. As you can clearly see, I don't have a ton of stuff from Age of Extinction. That being said, this is the last time I'm going to be keeping my leader class Grimlock from Age of Extinction, specifically because they're going to be releasing a Titan class. I just don't see myself needing 2 to 3 versions of Grimlock. I just don't see myself needing that. However, let's take a look at this crazy head sculpt. So, and these do apparently somehow fit on her arms. I'm not sure how quite exactly. I mean, yeah, there's not really much. How the heck does. Are they non bilingual specific? What's the deal? How the heck do you. Oh, one moment. So, oh, thanks for liking it. I appreciate it. Hold on. Somehow I gotta clip these little doohickeys over her arms. Ugh. I don't know. There it is. There it is. I see what I needed to do. Okay. Okay. There you go. Take these 2 clips, find the grooves, and then put them in there. That helps. That helps. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks Charles W. Conkrite for liking it. I appreciate you liking it, man. Thanks. So, oh goodness. Now, because MGO has already gotten a hold of this figure and showed it off at the beginning of the month already, yeah, I need to. I don't need really any instructions on how to transform it, so I'm just gonna get right on into it because, MGO is king. We all know this. We all know this. Optibotimus is second to him, I think, in my opinion. Take note, I have no qualms with these dudes. I think Jobby is definitely the prince. He's a prince of reviews. Thew definitely goes in the category of kings, but he goes in the category of kings in the UK, and or yeah. So there we go. Let's flip all this up. Then we can take these and just. I think that's how you fold them in? That way or. No, it's this way. That's better. That works out much better. See, look, it's that dark matter engine that McLaren's been making, or is it Mercedes? I can't remember which company it was that's making this engine, but there is a dark matter electric engine coming out with for a really high-end sports car company that I can't remember which one. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with life. I barely remember that. So, anyways, let's do this. Let's fold this up. Jeez, this is kind of trippy. So, Channel Kitty Cat is taking himself a kitty cat nap right next to us. So, as we're working on this, hello, what is up, Ninja Teo? How you doing? Here's the kitty cat. So, if you can be real, none of us can afford. Do you know what blockers are? I don't know what you mean by blockers. Because I mean, there's loads of blockers. There's hormone blockers, there's freaking nerve blockers, there's, like depends. What are you talking about? Are we talking medical here? Or are we talking I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, blokies. Okay. That didn't make any sense from. I don't know if you can if you can get this from my perspective. That was a little weird. Take note. I'm not saying that you can't be here or that I'm making fun of you, but can you understand this from my point of view? You sit from when that comes through, it's like, yeah, and yes, Rafi. He is a chunky cat. We know this. We know that the channel cat is a chunky little buddy. We know this. This all has to kind of fold together in one spot all at once. Oh, so hold on here. Here we go. Let's do this. So let's see if we can get everything to line up the way it needs to be. There we go. That one went in. Hold on. Come on. Come on. You go in your slot. Find your home. Find your little home. There we go. Alright, and then you're supposed to take this and just kind of collapse it all down, I guess. Alright, and then kind of just fit it all in, I suppose. There we go. Fit it all. It's like I said, it's the funkiest of transformations that you have to get like properly or it doesn't line up at all. So fold those all the way back, and there we go. There we go. That folds all perfectly in. There we go. What you want to snuggle with? You want to snuggle with Chunky Kitty? Well, unfortunately, this Chunky Kitty doesn't get to snuggle with you. Megatronus would be sick to have. I have one, actually. I do have a Megatronus. I do have a Megatronus. In fact, just for you, I will bring it out. Actually, if we're gonna be real, I have two Megatronuses, but you know, Megatronus, Fave, Bayformer for me is still Blackout. I unfortunately do not have that one. I was one of the unfortunate ones who was not able to acquire one of those when it first came out, and then when they did the repaint of Grinder, I still was not able to get it because that one was super duper expensive. And it was all Target exclusive. So, yeah. But I do have a Megatronus Prime. So, yeah. Blokey's stuff usually tends to be in the ballpark of about, I think the most expensive one that I've seen is like 25 bucks or 30 bucks. So I'm gonna assume, and I'm just guessing here, I would assume it would be somewhere in the ballpark of about 35. If it's gonna be this scale, probably somewhere in the ballpark of about 10 bucks. So, like I said, don't know. Don't know. Goodness, I apologize. There's some big ones that are 60 bucks. Okay, there's some really large ones. That's not so bad. So, that's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. So, but no, there we have it. There's the transformation for Widow. Okay, that's where the issues were happening. That was one of the problems that were coming from. But no, I actually am kind of excited that I finally got this one. I had that Coast Guard repaint version of Blackout that had a rubber ducky instead of a little Scorponok. It wasn't the regular Grindor. That was, I think, I want to say it was the Wei Jiang upscaled one, but I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on that. So, but, hey, buddy. Oh, people are loving you. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, kitty kitty. Say hello. He looks at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? So, but no, there's the kitty. So, that being said, I don't know if I've been the first to spot this or not, but Walmart.com, you guys can actually go and check this right now. They actually have listing prices for figures that haven't even been announced or shown yet. What do I mean by this? Well, if you go on Walmart.com and take note, they had they had one much like it for this one, but they also had one. They have one currently for Studio Series Astro Train and Studio Series 86 Astro Train and 86 Soundwave right now. They currently have the listings for them, just not the prices or the pictures. Excuse me. Don't worry, I do have water this time. Your dad said that you could get the Megatronus Blokies. Yeah, this is Age of the Primes, so yeah. Different figure, unfortunately, but still one of my favorites that have come out of this line. And from the first wave, I did not think they were going to give us this bad guy until much, much later. However, what made me smile about it when I saw the listing for this dude was that I knew it had to be IDW. Because if they were going to do an IDW one, then what other one were they going to work off of? Were they going to do the Mark Hamill version? Were they going to seriously do the Mark Hamill version? Which, honestly, I would not have complained for. Honestly, would have been no complaint. And for those of you who do not know what I'm referring to, the Mark Hamill version of Megatronus is the YouTube series Power of the Primes. And you can totally watch this for free on YouTube. Totally for free. There's 3 series. There's Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes, there's Combiner Wars, Titans Return, and Power of the Primes. And their big baddie in the final series for Power of the Primes was Megatronus Prime. So, yeah. Okay, so Repaint Blackout was an Autobot called Evac and was a Voyager class model. I actually, believe it or not, had that, but he did not come with a rubber ducky to my knowledge. I don't know if I got mine complete either. So, seriously, I don't know. But mine came with a little raft that serviced also as a minigun. No, mine was '07 Whirl. My buddy actually had that one, and I never got to see it in person because he was always such a little stingy about it. So, never got to see it in person, though. But I do know the figure you're talking about. It's orange, and it is an Autobot. It was the Blackout repaint, so you are correct on that front. Let's see here. There was that one, there was the '07 Whirl, and then there was Blackout, and then they did a repaint of that one into Grinder for Revenge of the Fallen, which I thought was the biggest waste of money on Hasbro's part at the very least. At the very least. So, yeah. Yeah. But, anyways. Yeah. But this is where we enter the questions and other fun stuff. Rubber ducky is an Aussie term for an inflatable. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. However, very cool. However, real quickly, Rothy, was it orange or was it blue? Because I'm fairly certain it was orange, but I do not 100% know. But I did not know that that was what Australians call a rubber ducky. So that's awesome. I noticed that I've acknowledged that at Ninja Teo. I've noticed it. So I noticed you have it. So very cool to have in my collection. Yep, it's very nice. Yeah. So I just wished that my scavenger would actually ship right now. That's what I would wish. That's what I wish would happen, because I have a Studio Series 86 scavenger that is currently like supposedly going to get here Sunday or Monday, but Amazon has yet to send me a shipping notification for it. So I'm a little concerned about that. Y'all might want to check your Amazon accounts. I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but fun to transfer. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually pretty easy and simple once you get the hang of doing it. At least the very torso is what I find the most challenging, but that's for neither here nor there at the moment. So, but torso is the very easiest to clip apart, or clip on and unclip apart. Um, I'm looking forward to getting Mixmaster so I can have him standing on both legs. And then as soon as I have Mixmaster, I'm looking forward to my scavenger showing up so then I can have both of his arms. They seriously gave us one arm and one leg. And what's funny about this is they're both opposing arms. Amazon probably didn't scan it yet. Yeah, I noticed they didn't scan it because it just is stuck on ordered. So that's what you really want to know. Yeah. So scavenger is not topic of discussion for the rest of that part of it, but there's that. That being said, if you guys haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are a mere 290 some odd subscriptions away from 2,000, and honestly, I would love to hit 2,000, preferably before the end of the year, because if we do that and hit 2,000 before the end of the year, then, you know, I might be able to get to do something pretty cool for the channel, so, yeah. That being said, what'd y'all think about that new Titan class Studio Series Grimlock? Thought that was pretty cool. So, what's funny about that, at least to me, is that the Studio Series Titan class Grimlock means that we're only going to get 4 Studio Series Dinobots total. We're going to get Scorn, we're going to get Strafe, we're going to get Grimlock, and we are going to get Slug. That's it. Those are the only ones we're going to get. And it makes me laugh and chuckle that they're all going to be Titan class to scale with all the rest of this. Which means they're going to have to give us another Studio Series Drift, or at least another Age of Extinction Drift. And that also means they're going to have to give us a new Studio Series Age of Extinction Bumblebee, which, and for those of you who do or do not know, this is a custom, so this is not the real deal, but we're going to get another version of this. I can't wait for it. Seriously, if this was supposed to replicate something close to this, I can't wait to see what they come up with. I literally am foaming at the mouth for that. So yeah, I look forward to when they announce another Studio Series Age of Extinction Bumblebee. I definitely do. So, and to answer your previous message, Rafi, I do apologize. I was not aware of where it needed to be. So, do apologize. Sorry. I will keep it to one area. So, anyways, but yeah. So, Sheesh. So, but yeah, so that's where that's all at. However, you know what I'm also more excited for? That is actually currently being slept on by a lot of you Netflix like weebs, all you Netflix peeps, all of you out there. I'm surprised nobody's talking about this. Season 2 of Avatar, number 1, and on Amazon Prime today, they just announced Season 2 of Fallout. Could this year, after the garbage we've ensued already, from losing Malcolm Jamal Warner to then Ozzy Osbourne and then Hulk Hogan all within 1 week? Oh, you best believe that the new shows that are coming out to represent our cartoons and video games, you best believe I'm excited for this stuff because now. Oh, hello. Hi. 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 Come here, you. Oh, goodness. Fat kitty. Yes, yes, little fat kitty. So, anyways, yes, yes, kitty cat wants to say hello. Apparently. Say hello, buddy. Hey, hey, over here. Hey. Say hello. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. So, anyways, kitty cat wanted to jump up and say hellos. So, yeah. But, anyways, yeah. What? What's your matter, whiny little dude? What's your matters? Hmm? There you go. So, anyways. If anybody's got any questions, things they'd like to mention, things they'd like to say, things they want to see from my collection, if at all possible, because I definitely can show you one more live stream that we got planned for the rest of this month, at least going into September. Got Age of the Prime Sideways, managed to score this before everything shit the bed, on Walmart at the very least. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you a little story about how this got acquired. Okay? It all started with a post. Okay? And it was a simple post. It wasn't a bad post. It wasn't a really terrible post. It was a post I just happened to see on YouTube. Somebody had this guy, this chick, and who else did they have? Oh, and they had Scavenger. So, come to my surprise when I'm sitting here thinking, no, they didn't release that without saying anything, did they? And then I come to find out, oh, yes, they did. Oh, yes, indeed, they did. They 100% did. They released this on Walmart.com without telling anybody it was a Walmart exclusive, and they also did so without saying that Excellion is in there as well. If those of you who do not know what Excellion is, that would be the supercharged version of Hotshot in Transformers Cybertron. So yeah, throw that out all on the internet, throw all of that on whatever it's gonna be, and then they just said they didn't say anything. Even in the live stream, they didn't say anything about this dude. So I was completely dumbfounded, to my shock and horror and awe, by the fact that it was literally ready to go right then and there. All I had to do was click order, and the next day it was sitting on my porch when I woke up the next morning. So, once again, thank you to Walmart.com and thank you to Amazon, because that's where I purchased these two items here. I did purchase this guy at Target, so be tuned in for next week's live stream on Tuesday at 8 p.m. That's when we do these things. At least for the month of August, we're working with the weird schedule, so we'll see what happens. But, yeah. So, Megs was found at Target, to which also the G1 re-release of the 86 Grimlock is currently also at Target as well. One weird thing I do want to say before we kind of get ready to end the stream. So, if anybody's wanting to throw out some questions, comments, concerns, cool shit, you're more than welcome to do so before we end the stream. However, this is what I learned about that reissue. Is that there's a lot of people that still want it. Because I saw the secondary and third markets for this guy. For the 86 G1 Grimlock and Wheelie. It's still going for hundreds of dollars. I'm really concerned about the secondary market here. Scalpers, y'all have gone too far. Y'all seriously have gone too far. There is no scenario in which anyone wants to pay $150 for a leader class. FYI, because of the wonderful, wonderful, magical word of tariffs, this went from $54.99 to $60. And I didn't even pay that for it. I had to pay another, it was $65. It's a bit much. But then again, hey, it's more along the lines of a true leader class. So I don't complain about it on that front. What I do complain about it on is the fact that we have to wait months for this stuff now. And yeah, a price increase was bound to happen. I wasn't surprised about it. But at the same time, it's also not something I'm very thrilled. So, hey, it's going to happen. So, anyways, we are going to end the stream here shortly after I put this insert back into said box. And by the way, inside said box, I do have the instructions. None of them were used. So, yeah. I like to pride myself on not using instructions. Not because I'm a natural talent or anything, because it's certainly not that. I like to think a lot of the other YouTubers who do this before me. So that way, when it comes into my hands, it makes me seem experienced. So, alright, let's close this up. Alright, let's begin this outro. So, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to subscribe to Zaga the Animator, Alexander Rothschild, otherwise known as Rothy. Don't forget to subscribe to Shyless Ranjin, Terminator, and do not also forget to subscribe to Charles W. Conkright. Don't forget to subscribe to Ninja Teo 07. And I think that does it. Yeah. So also, let's throw a few other people out there. Do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos. Do not forget to check out Patrick's Voice Rail. Do not forget to check out Riveted Rail Fan and Riveted Reviews. Riveted Reviews should be throwing up some new reviews for the Age of the Primes Heat Wave, and I do believe he's throwing one up for Legacy Evolution's DevCon, so please don't forget to check him out as well. Do not forget to check out Kitten Cat 999, Lemon Lime Studios, and yeah, we're going to throw him under the bus, iStar 552, and Take Along Productions, as they all have done some amazing work and have been friends of the channel and fans as well. So please do not forget to subscribe to all of them, and once again, please do not forget to subscribe to yours truly, as it does definitely help out the channel, because we definitely could be getting more subscriptions in, because we want to hit that 2K. We need to hit that 2,000. Definitely want to hit that 2,000, because I can definitely do some cool stuff for you guys. So, anyways, this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your trains. Don't forget it.